Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. It's also the fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. In the pick'em game, you can pick whether your favorite players will have a higher or lower stat total in that week's game for a chance to win big. And as you already know, I'm going Josh Allen higher in yards every single week. So sign up today with promo code Buffalo Fanatics and get your first deposit doubled up to $100. Visit UnderdogFantasy.com or find them in the App Store. And don't forget to register with promo code Buffalo Fanatics to get your first deposit doubled up to $100.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say you will. Shout it right now, baby. Say you will. Come on, come on. Say you will. Come on and shout. Say you will. Yeah. Shout. Buffalo's happening now. We're on the move now. The Bills are happening now. They're making it happen now. We got the spirit, a lot of spirit, yeah. We got the spirit. Just watch it happen now. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. The Bills make me wanna.
What is going on, Buffalo Fanatics? How is everybody doing today? Grace and peace to all of y'all who are watching me live right now. It is the Buffalo Bills game day, baby. Bills, Pats, on the road, Gillette Stadium. Let's get this thing popping, man. Oh, I'm so excited. Y'all smash that like. If you haven't already done so, let's get this thing popping. Ken Betts, what's good? This is a Bills roll call, baby. I need to know where you guys are watching us from. Let's get it popping. Scott Blakely, I see you in the house, man. Derek Thompson, what's good? Edie Watt, what's happening? How is everybody feeling about this game right now? I got my man waiting in the background. He's going to give me the thumbs up. Y'all, this is the game, man. Last week, history. Last week is history. But right now, this is where the Buffalo Bills are primed and ready to make a comeback. I know that sounds weird because the Bills just won, but y'all know the Bills didn't really win that game. Right? They won it, but it didn't feel like a real win. You know what I'm saying? And so I think this is time for the Buffalo Bills to really kind of correct some of the wrongs and get back on the right track offensively. We're going to talk all about that today right now. I hope y'all are ready. I need my man to give me the thumbs up when he's ready to go. Let me know. Here we go, baby. Let's get it popping. It's your man, Rev, and it's your man, Rico. Rico Suave. ¿Qué pasó, hombre? What's good, baby? Yeah, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Let's go Buffalo, man. Let's go Buffalo, man. I'm so excited about this, dude. Yeah, man.
Listen, I can't even front. I think that's probably one of the, those best like shout songs to get
no doubt.
Especially if you're in the stadium watching and you at home and things are going great, and then all of a sudden we put up a score, and now it's like, okay, now we alive, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's what we're about to do, man. I love it, dude. That thing gets me hyped every single time I hear it, man.
Oh, listen, that's what it is, man. Listen, before we get into like Bills talk, I think we should get into some interesting news that just happened.
Yeah.
That just happened like quietly, if they're saying. Bill Belichick,
dude. Oh my gosh, man!
Signed a multi-year extension with the Patriots, which
can you believe that?
Puzzling to me. Now, I'm trying to think of reasons, and this is apropos because we're going up against the Patriots. It's not like we're not facing the Patriots. We're facing the Patriots, and we've seen what the Patriots have looked like without Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly went in the mind of Robert Kraft to say, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to extend you. Now, one thing comes to mind. Belichick's got something on Kraft.
Dude, you know he's got something, man.
I
He
got
has
Salvador
to have some
Perez,
intel.
and
Yeah.
you gonna keep me on this team until I get the record that I want,
Yeah.
and then I might just retire. There might be a clause in that contract because there's no way as an owner you watching your team. I just had Master at work. I mean, a big Bills fan, a big Patriots guy.
Patriots fan,
Telling me how the disdain that Patriots fans and he has for Belichick. He's like, yo, he's got to go. And he's like, I can assure you, I won't be surprised if they let this brother go after the season. Well, guess what?
He ain't going nowhere.
He is not
crazy
going
though,
to.
man. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then when you read about it, it's like they did this, like, was it like kind of like in the off season or kind of in the beginning of the year when they made it happen?
They did it early. So like, what
early
plan do they have?
Yeah,
there must be something happening.
I don't know. Maybe they did it. Maybe Belichick was kind of like, yo, let me strong arm him right here and try to make them give me to sign this deal. Because the excuse would be like, oh, well, the reason why the Patriots were so bad last year and Mac Jones is bad was because, the OC situation, but now we bring in Bill O'Brien. And so he may have sold him on that can of worms, you know what I'm saying? And it came back to bite him in the butt, but he's like, hey, too late.
Oh my gosh. I mean, listen, there has to be something in place for something like that, as egregious it is. Because look, we know Bill Belichick, and this is probably what it could, and this is another way to look at it too. We've extended, like, because they didn't really say what the extension was in the form of. Is this extension in the form of as a GM, he's gonna back away from coaching? Or is this this extension in the form of I'm strictly gonna be a head coach? You go find yourself a GM that will bring in the talent and so on and so forth. But like, how do you give that up? I think he signed both ways.
A guy like him, he's not giving up his power. He's just not doing it. If anything, he's gonna want a stake in ownership or something,
Bro, it makes no sense. But you know what? Here we are, the Belichick led Patriots, you know what I'm saying, will be hosting the Buffalo freaking Bills. And right now we have our guy Zbot that's out there actually in enemy territory as we speak. I'm gonna send him a message to see if we can try to get him to come on and give us the vibe of what's popping over there.
Did you see his post?
No,
on X? Yeah, he posted a picture of him at Gillette Stadium. He just took a picture of Gillette Stadium.
Oh yeah, okay. Something else, but yeah, I did see that. So he's in enemy territory.
Oh man, yeah, that's nuts. Dude, this Patriots thing, man, with Bill Belichick is crazy because when I think about it, it makes me wonder. Could you foresee? I mean, they're 1-5.
Yep.
They know they're not going anywhere with Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi, all that. Could it be possible that the reason why all this happened is because Belichick is like, hey, man, we need a quarterback. And there's a guy at USC who's lighting it up by the name of Caleb Williams. And I wonder if they're trying to tank for Caleb.
Trying to tank for Caleb. Well, before we even get into potentially him tanking for Caleb, you know who's not tanking and who's all in? That's my man, John Mones. That's coming in right in with a suit. Listen,
what's up, John?
He's coming in as a member.
Member, baby.
How we gotta do? We gotta ring it, ding, diggy, ding. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a show, and welcome to John Mones as a new member of the Bing Squad. Bing, biggity, bing. Sir. Let's get it going. We appreciate the support, and that's love, man. That's real love, man. I appreciate that, and we appreciate that. But yeah, this Caleb Williams situation, man. Listen, could they be tanking for them? Yes, but there's other viable teams right now that are not playing very well that could be tanking for Caleb as well. I mean, let's look at the landscape of the NFL standings here, and right now, obviously, the Panthers will be out because they just drafted one, so they're gone. So if you look at the Patriots, are going to be in play 100%. You've got the Broncos that'll be in play 100%. I don't know what's going on with those boys. You've got and then I guess the Titans will be in play as well because the Titans ain't playing any good football right now. And I mean, listen, that's just us talking about the AFC. So if you go to the NFC, you got the Giants that'll be definitely in play. You can't mess around with them. Cardinals, I mean, got Kyler Murray, but there's been these rumors that he could get moved and this, that, and the third. So who knows how that plays out.
When I'm looking at it though, Rico, like the Patriots they're in prime position though, because You've got the Panthers, they're 0-6. The Broncos right ahead of them, 1-5. They got Russell Wilson, a huge contract, and they're not going to do it. You've got the Cardinals with Kyler Murray, they're not going to do it. I don't see him. And then the Patriots right there.
See,
and then followed by the Giants.
What you know? What those are the two places: Giants, or he's going to Patriots. And that's all about who he's going to. Like, listen, Caleb is in control. He's getting money already in college. So if he really wanted to stay and say, listen, the Patriots are looking to get me, bump that, doing it. The Giants are willing to get me. Y'all go to a big market. But then he also
the Giants seem good. Especially, I mean, you got him playing with Dayball. Yeah.
That would look good. Now, here's the deal, though. A lot of people are talking right now, like when he's going up against scrub ass teams in the league, they're not feeling it. They're like, yo, he's great, but when he goes against ranked teams, he's poo-poo. So when you come to the NFL, you're pretty much playing a ranked team every damn week. So that's a whole nother ball game. But I think he's fantastic. He's gonna go somewhere.
Dude's nice, man. Yeah.
Here's the thing, too. Belichick has not drafted very well at all. He has not drafted very well for the Patriots at all. So even if they are in position, he'll screw it up.
There's no way you messed that up, right? There's just no way. Like if the Patriots have like the top 2 picks, let's say they get the top pick. There's no way they screw up a Caleb Williams pick. Like he has to be the bona fide number 1 pick.
Listen, Robert Kraft would have to be the one that says, you know what, veto whatever the hell Bill Belichick is doing. This is who you're gonna grab. But the word on the street too is Belichick wanted nothing to do with Mac Jones. It was Kraft that said, draft that brother right now. It is what it is. My man Maybach Mel in the building. He sees what's happening. Rico, rumor is Pats could possibly trade for Cousins. Oh, y'all are talking about it. If you guys trade for Cousins, then I guess you guys are going to be out.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Right now, you want to fire, you might as well just go ahead and just ride that thing right into the dirt, man. Don't you ain't going to do nothing.
Fill the tank up, put it on full, and drive that thing right into the dirt. Don't bring in Kirk Cousins. Y'all ain't gonna do anything in the AFC.
Don't do none of that stuff, man. You can't be. You're not competitive. You have no weapons on offense. I mean, come on, this full blown rebuild.
This brother said you might as well drive that thing right to the dirt. That's the facts. There's no point in bringing that nonsense to
no man. Ain't no sense.
So it is what it is. But let's get on to the Bills. The inactive list has officially been put out. And I mean, not a whole lot of surprises, to be honest with you. And that's why I had to take a little time when you saw me in the background. But so here's what it looks like, folks. The inactive list of 6. DeMar Hamlin is making himself very comfortable on that list. AJ Klein, I mean, I don't see DeMar Hamlin changing from that list anytime soon. DeMar Hamlin, inactive. AJ Klein, inactive. Not a surprise. Jermaine Ifeidi, inactive. Alec Anderson, inactive. And the 2 names that we did not anticipate, I mean, we somewhat anticipated to be on this list, is Ed Oliver and Quentin Morris. So Quentin Morris out with the ankle injury, and Ed Oliver also out dealing with his own injury, and that's the toe. He's probably got some turf toe. I don't know what it is, but he's got a toe injury. And Lord knows you're in 3-point stance all day, so you put pressure on that toe. Right center. So you got to deal with what you got to deal. But here's what's really cool. I don't like what I see. You see how it says Kyle Allen and Josh Allen. You have Kyle Allen ahead of him. Thank goodness, by numerical. But anyway, you got Josh in the building. So Josh obviously was banged up with that shoulder. He's a go. He's tough as nails. And the O-line is intact. And we've got the same starting line, which is great. We haven't had any injuries, knock on wood. Let's keep that up.
Yeah.
Well, there's a new addition to the running back game, and that's Ty Johnson. And I'm going to speak on Ty Johnson in just a little bit, but James Cook, Ty Johnson, Latavius Murray. Obviously, we got our boy Reggie Gilliam, a.k.a. Sledge, holding it down. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. It's going to be the 2-man show. This would be an ideal game for these guys to wake up, open their eyes, and listen, get involved. But that's on Dorsey and quarterback. We'll talk about that as well. And the receiving room, only 5. Khalil Shakir, Deontay Hardy, Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, and Trent Sherfield will hold it down. Here's the defensive line, though. Because there's been some shakeups, here's what we got. So Poona Ford has been added to the fold alongside Tim Settle. So you're going to see a lot of Jordan Phillips, Poona Ford, and Tim Settle holding it down. They even brought in Kendall Vickers. They brought him up from the practice squad. On the defensive line, Kingsley Jonathan, Shaq Lawson, AJ Epinesa, Leonard Floyd, Greg Rousseau, and our boy Von Miller going into his 3rd game to see if he can kind of pick up the steam here in his 3rd game back. So we'll see how that plays out. And obviously, our linebacking crew doesn't change. Tyrell Dotson, Dorian Williams, Terrell Bernard, Tyler Matakevich on special teams, and Balin Spector is going to be active for this game on special teams as well. So Dorian Williams, would definitely speak on Dorian Williams and Terrell Bernard and the impact they've had on this team thus far. And the defensive backfield, you got Teron Johnson, Taylor Rapp, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde. That's our nickel safety package right there. Kyer Elam, Dane Jackson, and Christian Benford. Who knows how the starting lineup's going to go? I assume it's going to be Dane Jackson and Christian Benford.
Yeah.
Down. Yeah. And Cam Lewis was on the injury list last week. He is back in the fold. And then you've got Tyler Bass, Sam Martin, and Reed Ferguson holding it down. So that being said, let me just minimize this and get out of here. Let's talk on the are you surprised by any of the inactives on that list?
No, not surprised at all.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the only name that kind of, you look at is Ed Oliver, but we already knew that he was out. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all.
Absolutely. Now, let's run to the running back because I wanted to go to the running back room. So a lot of people were like, man, Leonard Fournette's coming to the Bills. Okay, I can see how we could have went forward. I mean, listen, I just mentioned it, and then I just saw a comment come in and say, should have went forward with Leonard Fournette. Here's what you guys need to know about Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson is not a scrub. Just because you guys don't know about Ty Johnson, go ahead and look that brother up, man. He is a very good back. He catches out of backfield, 5'10", about 210, and he runs strong.
Runs hard. Yeah.
He runs hard, man. And that's the type of back that we need, right? Latavius Murray runs hard too, but he's 33 years of age. He's limited. He's limited, right? And you've got Harris that just can't seem to stay healthy. Obviously, not to his own fault. That was just a big hit that he incurred. But when you have a back that can do inside and outside, but runs hard and strong, that's the type of switch up that you're going to need at the running back position. You go back when he was playing with the Jets, and he was a kick return, punt return type of guy. That is huge. I'm telling you guys will be thoroughly impressed. If he gets the touches in this game, you will see the difference in and how Harris plays and Ty Johnson, and the difference between Ty Johnson and James Cook. But at the end of the day, we all want James Cook to get his touches. I don't know if you wanted to touch more on Ty Johnson, but that was my take on Ty Johnson. Don't sleep on Ty.
No, that was it. Because I mean, I know a lot of people were thinking about the whole Fournette thing, and I guess it's the name recognition right there. Like, we got to get Fournette in there, but Fournette's older, and then you have to factor in the fact that Ty Johnson is familiar with the system. You know what I'm saying? He was here in the summer, so he knows the system. He doesn't have to worry about trying to relearn it and everything like that. And then so you bring him in, plug and play guy. He already knows the system, and he's young, fresh legs. So yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it. We probably won't see a whole lot from him. They probably sprinkle him in, behind Latavius Murray, but it's good considering the fact that Harris is on IR. So we bring in a young guy who's already familiar with the system. It makes perfect sense to me.
It makes perfect sense, and you said it right. He knows the system. He's been with us the whole time, and on top of that, he made the decision because he was almost poached by another team to go on their active roster, and he made the decision to stay and stick it out with the Bills, which makes sense for both parties, him and the Bills. And it's his style of play that I think that you guys will like. I think you'll get a lot of strength runs, and he ain't going. You won't blow on this brother, and he'll go down. Like you mean?
Yeah.
This boy can go hard in the paint. So looking forward very much to our guy, Mr. Ty Johnson. Now let's go to the receiver room, man. What do you need to see from the receiver room? Because you already know how it goes down. You know what I'm saying? Like who the two top dogs are when it comes to the Bills, and it's obviously Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. What do you need to see from the rest of the squad? And is it on them to get open and do what they're supposed to do, combination, or is it Dorsey that's got to, scheme these guys open? And Josh will get them. It's just he got to scheme them over. What's the deal, man? Like, I feel it's just a two-man show at the receiver room, and it shouldn't be.
To be honest, for me, man, I think it's a one-man show. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I think it's Stephon Diggs. It's the same thing as we saw last year. I think it's the Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs to nobody show. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gabe Davis, as much as I like him and I'm rooting for him, he's just too inconsistent, man. Like he's a boomer bust player. You know what I'm saying? Like we have one game where he does well, and then he'll have another two where he doesn't do anything. And he's just up and down, up and down. If we can ever get this guy consistent, then I could have more trust in him. And I don't think, Josh will always say, well, I trust Gabe, but you don't really see it because the targets, their majority, they're going to Diggs. You know what I mean? Unless it's a broken play, scrambled down the sideline thing, but as far as, within the structure of the offense, you don't really see a whole lot from Gabe like that, and the other guys, they're absent. You don't see Deontay Hardy, which makes zero sense to me. I don't know why you brought that guy in free agency, and he is not being used at all. I mean, not even a little bit. Like we thought that coming in, he would at least be a better version of Isaiah McKenzie with the end arounds, jet sweeps, all that kind of stuff, and he can run more routes. At least baseline, at least do what McKenzie did and be better. This brother is missing. He has been missing the entire season, and I can't even fault him. To me, it's on Dorsey. He is not utilizing the players that he has on this roster outside of Stephon Diggs. I don't know what's going on. It's drawing some concern for me. And I'm kind of like, oh, hold on a second. I saw this last year. I thought we were done. I thought that's in the past, but I'm starting to see some things creep up again. And I need Dorsey to get it right because you got Hardy there. You brought Sherfield in, nothing. And then we can't even, we can't even talk about Kincaid. Like what they traded up for this brother. And he is not even being used. So I'm really at a loss for words. I have no idea what they're doing. What can Dorsey sees? I don't know if it's on them. Of course, we're gonna hear, oh well, it's a lack of execution. That to me is kind of an easy. That's like a scapegoat. Or like all right, well, how about you put the players in better position to succeed? You know what I'm saying? How about you utilize them to their strengths instead of just having them on the sideline and not even use them? Like it doesn't make any sense to me, man. So it goes back to your point. Like dude, to me, it's just Diggs. It's Diggs and whoever else. And I don't have a lot of faith.
I could totally see why one wouldn't have no faith. And this is perfect timing because I sent the link to our guy Zbot. Zbot just asked.
There he is.
Thumbs up. He's a little his Wi-Fi is probably gonna be a little shaky, but we're gonna bring him on anyway and see how my man is doing. Zbot, hey,
what up, baby?
What is the
what
vibe,
up, boys?
What is the
As
vibe out there
in the background?
Listen, give us the vibe,
man.
Give us the vibe.
I'll tell you,
out there.
It's funny. I've been here before. I've never been inside. It's a weird feeling being able to walk in and just have supreme confidence. I couldn't imagine having walked in here, even 5-6 years ago and feeling the same. But the tailgate, we've been here for about 3 hours or so. This place is dead silent. I don't hear music anywhere. No one's saying anything. This is a shell of itself here at Patriot Place. It's a beautiful place. I can't knock it. The place is great. There's right behind us, as you can see, there's like a huge mall. So they've killed it as far as the experience is concerned. Yep. But fandom, I'll tell you what, it's lacking heavy, boys.
Well, listen, if you can give us a bit of a buzz, did you hear the news about Bill Belichick signing a secret extension with the Patriots?
Is that what's his face's update was?
That's the word. It is.
Who was it? It was Rappaport, right? Who tweeted earlier that was the update. Yeah. What was the details? I didn't see it.
So the details aren't clear, but what it is it's a lucrative extension that's going to have him with the team a good chunk.
So does that entail GM role as well?
Well, this is the details that we are lacking, and that's what we were wondering. So,
exactly.
Is this going to be a GM sole role, or is he strictly going to be a head coach and he gives up the reins as GM, or do you think he retains both positions?
Here's how I see it. After all this time, what's the conversation like where you sit with him and say, "We're going to get rid of half your role," and he agrees to it? So my guess is not a chance. Now.
Yeah.
Wow. Does it say the amount of years?
I'm actually trying to see what it is, but all they're saying is a signed lucrative multi-year deal with the Patriots, and he signed that in the offseason. Unlikely to be fired this year at all. I mean, I don't know why we say unlikely because they
he signed it in the offseason.
In the offseason.
Yeah, the offseason. And they kept it hush.
And no one knew this.
Nothing. Nobody
had any inside report on this.
So here's the deal. Somebody leaked it. And people are pissed that someone leaked it. But you know what? The leak is out. The leak is everywhere around the league. And if you're a Patriots fan and you thought, AKA Master at Work, was so confident that he is out of here, it's not happening. He's going to be here for the foreseeable future with the Patriots.
What about
for the Bills? Because that allows us to continue to stomp these brothers out, and that's what it's going to be. But now you probably might understand why the vibe is quiet today. Belichick's coming back, baby.
It's such a weird place to be. because it's like on one hand, I don't even know what to make of this. On one hand, and this is how I felt from the beginning, I never was able to comprehend the environment in a room that held Kraft and Belichick at a table where Kraft says, because most of these environments revolve around a conversation that includes, "Hey, thanks for your time, but we're going to go a different direction."
Absolutely.
This is unprecedented. This should be like, I mean, could you imagine walking into a room, getting rid of a guy that was the head of the greatest dynasty in the history of sports? I couldn't do it. So, on one hand, I understood where Kraft was coming from. How much longer do I have to be an owner of this team, and not only be an owner of this team, but be an owner of a team that has a chance? And that's where I thought there would be a possibility of him letting him go. But at the same time, I don't know how you, as Robert Kraft, let that guy go after what he's done. But to hear a multi-year deal is shocking.
Well,
I would have anticipated a year-to-year, like, let's see, because this is unprecedentedly bad right now, and I don't know how you do that.
Keep this in mind though, right? This is the guy that gave you 6 Super Bowls to your city. He made y'all relevant again, and he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. It's like if Marv Levy left us with three Super Bowls. We would say, stick around until you don't want to do this anymore.
Until you retire. Yeah.
Right. But in hindsight, you went 0 for 4. So you know what we had to do. I mean, at that time, it was old age. I mean, they brought the brother back as GM for crying out loud. So they obviously show love for him, right? When you bring a brother back. So Belichick, he's staying until he says, "All right, I'm good. Y'all can move on."
My question is,
I wouldn't have a problem with it if you had a plan in place to say, "Hey, listen, we've done this for this long, but we want to try a different direction as far as the draft is concerned." The second they got rid of Judon and Nick Folk's kicking the ball right now, top 5 in the league, and Matt Judon goes and starts. He's probably right now, when they take away Devontae Adams with their top cornerback, he's probably the best receiver on the Raiders. So you watch that unfold. You're watching this offense right now, and to sign back up for that for an extension, having not a clue what the immediate future entails, and you never know what's going on with him either. That's the problem. Like you go to the presser with him, and he'll tell you like what was it 2 weeks ago where he said we got to start over. Then they get him the later in the week, and he's basically doing the exact same thing. So what does that mean? I don't know. But look I don't care. I'm fine with it. Keep doing this. It's my opinion, boys, with Tua. I think Tua is a decent quarterback. I would sign up today as a Bills fan for the Dolphins to sign Tua to a max contract because they're not going to be able to retain Waddle and Hill and all these guys. So I think it's going to benefit us. I think I'm in for, and I think this might be a benefit to us.
I totally get it, man. And I know who you meant to say. You meant to say Jacoby Myers, but you said Devontae Adams.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I get it. Oh, who's that young lady behind you?
What's up, Caroline?
Oh, Caroline's here. She's got her digs on.
Caroline.
Okay.
What's up?
She's very excited.
And my fanny
There
pack.
it is. Oh, she got a fanny pack and everything. Girl, go ahead, girl.
Squad's ready to rock.
Z-Bot, I know my man Rev, I know you wanted to jump in and mention something to Z-Bot there.
Yeah. My thing is, like, what was his contract up? You know what I'm saying? Or was it just like, oh, we're just gonna reward you with this extension, like based on nothing? I don't even know the brother's contract yet. That was, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not
was
sure
it
either. All I had heard was it was getting increasingly more tense. Actually, last week, who was it? Was it Tom Pelissero? One of the guys. I forget. Who's the Monday morning quarterback?
I think it's Pelissero.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. There was a report coming out last week that Kraft was having conversations with Belichick about moving on.
Yeah.
So now here's what my first thought when you guys told me this. It's funny. The second we were getting rumors about moving on from McDermott and Bean, not that they were anything, real, right, because I don't think that was ever I don't think that was ever happening, nor did I want it to. But when those conversations started to be had amongst the fan base, what happened? Pagula extended Bean and McDermott at the same time. So I wonder if it's one of those plays where you extend for X amount to try and take the pressure off, but does it really mean he's extended for that long? I'd have to see the contract, but you know, part of it comes down to me. If the Patriots have a new coach tomorrow, are they that much better? And I think the answer is probably not.
Listen, man, at the end of the
Well,
day,
I mean-
you know what it is. They're tanking. They're tanking for Caleb.
Yeah, they're tanking for Caleb, man.
Well,
That's
hey,
what I
listen,
think.
if Caleb wants to play like he did last night or last week, sign me up for it. Let him do it. I don't care. I'll sign up for that today.
Well,
Do not
listen,
care.
we appreciate you. Tuning in right now, and it's so quiet. I expected it to be ruckus.
crazy.
Isn't that
man.
nuts? Can you hear it? There's nothing.
Listen,
Dude, it's nuts,
so
man.
quiet.
And I'll tell you
I
this. I'll tell you this.
Mattress. That's how quiet it is.
Well, usually I'd be in line to go in right now. I'm staring at the line right now. I mean, dude, it's going to take us 30 seconds to get in there. So I don't know.
Well, listen,
I
I'm
don't know.
hoping the same way you walk in,
Oh,
and
man.
it is. I want it to be just as quiet when you walk out because they're going
I
to
need-
be sobbing.
You're right. I need two things today.
Talk to
I
me.
need the Bills to go
Yeah.
out today and not just win. They need. I know style points doesn't matter in the NFL, especially when you compare it to college. I get that. And oftentimes when I talk about going out and winning in a certain fashion, I'll get comments saying style points don't matter. But when you watch the Bills the last 2 weeks, who have been very stagnant, especially last week against a team where they were 16-point favorites, and they didn't score until the fourth quarter. I need to see something today. The Bills are over a touchdown favorite today, and I need to see them cover that spread. I need to see the Bills go out and get it done today in a sizable fashion. But on top of that, once that's done, I need Jalen Hurts in the Kelly Green tonight to go get it done against them Dolphins. By the time the night's over tonight, the Bills back in top place, going
Yeah,
back
man.
to Buffalo against the Bucs, control your own destiny. So we need two things today, boys, and I'm very confident we see both happen, and I can't wait to see it.
Well, listen, I was looking at the spread
Love it.
today, and I wanted to see what the spread was with the Bills Patriots game.
Well, I'll tell you this: it was at 9, and it's down to 7.5. So that tells you some money came on the Pats.
Wow.
But I got to tell you, I don't know how the Pats break 13 points.
Neither do I.
I don't know, because even last week, for example, like let's give credit to the Giants. They played better, and they could not break 9 points. So you're telling me an offense right now that the last 33 drives has not generated a touchdown is supposed to cover a touchdown spread? I don't see it.
I don't see it either. And right now, we should be able to cover that spread. And like you said, you mentioned style points. I'm with you. I don't want a comfortable win. I don't want to win 21-17. Like we need to make a statement to say, okay, those last 2 weeks that we had, anomaly. That's not normally how we play football. But I'm gonna tell you this. One time, okay, that's fine. Twice, you're like, okay, I'm concerned. 3 times, it becomes a trend where we don't.
And they've already done it, what, 4 times? I mean, you could argue at least 3 times.
Absolutely. So we want that trend because it's
to me,
that way.
I might be in the minority on this, but to me, there's something to be said about the style points. You can't tell me you didn't feel better about beating the Dolphins by 28 than you would have felt beating them 28-25. It means something.
Absolutely.
So that means something to me today.
Yeah. It means it's a statement. It's a statement. When you put points on someone, is a statement. And we need to make a statement today to shut Bills fans like myself, because apparently our leader number 17 was talking a little junk about guys like us that are saying,
oh man, yeah.
I saw that. I'm wondering what I would love.
On sideline and
I would love to know. I was actually talking with Dan Mitchell about this the other day because he asked me if he thinks that they see stuff, and I said I don't know how they couldn't. I mean, everybody's got a phone like we do. If you go online for even a minute, something's gonna pop up.
For sure.
So my first reaction to seeing that was I wonder what he meant by that or who he meant by that.
We know what he meant. We won't know.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Right. So at the end of the day, us fans that are in the stands that are we're simply talking about the game and seeing what we see, the eye test. He's telling us, shut your asses up. You're not in our huddle. Well, let us do the talking on the field. Well, you better do the talking on the field, because if you don't,
well, go ahead. Hey, go talk. Go talk. That's all anybody cares about. Nobody cares about anything else. Go do it.
Just do it.
Well,
and the reason why folks are talking is because they haven't been doing nothing the past 2 weeks.
Listen,
it's been awful.
You can't expect folks to not talk when you have 0 points going into the fourth quarter against the Giants. You can't expect anybody to sit back and be like, whatever.
Yeah.
And a Giants team that had a laundry list of injuries. Like they had everybody missing, and that offensive line was terrible.
I go back to the
Terrible.
guy who said he was off the couch. And I know it's funny, but it's not
Yeah,
funny
it
when
really
the Bills can't score and they also are down. They're down to that offense. It's not funny.
Listen, Justin Pugh straight off the couch. Listen, we can't have guys straight off the couch. You know what I'm saying? Holding y'all to be where we were at. So we need style points. I want a statement victory today. Jeff King also agrees. Jeff King comes in and says,
"The Kinger,
he wants a blowout. He wants a blowout." And he says, "Good morning to you, Jeffrey. What's happening, baby?"
Yes,
so, Bob, before we let you go, because I know you don't want to be on this phone all day. Give me a score prediction before we get out of here. Like, what would you feel comfortable with? Where you like they're back, the Bills are back, order is restored.
So I got 28-9 Bills. I just think that the Patriots style going into this is going to wind up being a game where the clock is going. You're going to blink and this game's going to be over. I can't imagine a game where they aren't trying to hold on to the ball throughout the duration of it. But I just don't see how they, on offense, crack enough points to keep this within a score going into the fourth. The only way I do see that is if for the third week in a row, the Bills come out flat immediately on offense, don't find themselves until going into the fourth quarter. And then by that time, no matter what the Patriots have done, you've allowed them to be in the game. Today, I think I got weeks in a row here, multiple weeks. I mean, the Saints, who you watched Thursday night, right, who were abysmal. They beat this team 34-0. If the Bills can't put up enough to beat this team by double digits, then I think we, after 3 weeks in a row here of watching stagnant offense, we got a reason to be a little bit concerned here.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the C word. You're using the C word already. Golly, we're not even week 10 yet.
I'm not. No. Not if things go right. But listen, Tampa to me coming into Buffalo Thursday, that's a team that's better than meets the eye. And if I don't get a representation of a Bills team today that's willing to come out and prove the last 2 weeks are just a result of us going to London and then coming back and being stagnant again. I've been looking at it like this, fellas. We have a 6-week sample size. I got 3 weeks of dominance. I got 3 weeks of pretty underwhelming football. So what's today going to be? It's going to be the tiebreaker on those 3 games. So
let's go.
Let's see what it is.
And we need to buck the trend. We don't want to be trending in that direction. And right now, 2 games have kind of given us that. You know what? Jet lag, we can call the jet lag. I mean, facing Brian Dable because, he's pulling on our heartstrings. Fine, if you want to use that. There is no excuse for this one. This is a divisional game. Whoop that ass and let's go. We're 5-1 against this team. Let's knock it out the park.
And they've been crushing them lately too. So I don't anticipate anything different. But to me, the only reason the Bills don't run away with this is because the Bills do something to themselves, and we've seen it the last 2 weeks. So.
And you know what? We're on the road. We're a little more focused on the road. And we should be able to come in and Gillette. And you know what? It's a division game. It's the Patriots. They've been whooping us for too damn long. It's time to, let's even the score up a little bit and let's win out of time. That's the way I look at it. Z-Bot.
Man. Let's get it done.
Brother.
Let's get it done. Hey,
what's done, baby?
Papa Bot? Did Papa Bot not show up?
What?
Where's Papa Bot?
It's me, my good buddy Matt. Hey, what's up, Rico?
What up,
and his girlfriend and Caroline. We're squad deep in it tonight. Mr. Bell's back at the Casa watching it on television. So for his sake, hopefully a dominant performance today because he's at its wit. You think I'm at my wit's end? Talk to him. So hopefully we get a dominant game today.
Yes, sir. Well, listen, it's Z-Bot live from Gillette Stadium, dropping us with his take on this game, and we should be able to walk out. I hope you walk out.
Yes.
Cheering as you walk out of Gillette Stadium.
I'll say the last time I walked out of a stadium was week 1. I don't want a repeat of that.
That's not. And listen, stay out of fights because I know you're a scrappy cat. You like fighting, so stay out of fights at Gillette Stadium.
Not worth my energy here. Not worth it at all.
Yeah.
They can do whatever. I got to tell you, I've never seen anything like it. You look around, I've never seen a fan base wear anything but the modern day jersey. It is either Gronk, Edelman, Brewski, or Brady. It's unbelievable. Nobody has a modern jersey on. So if I'm going to take shit from any of those guys, I'm just going to say, hey, listen, your time's done.
Let's put our Patriots hat for just a quick second, then and burn the hat afterwards. But if you were to rock a jersey from a Patriots team, who would it be?
Right now?
Dude, oh my gosh.
Christian Gonzalez, maybe.
Yeah, maybe the Zeke, just because it would be pretty. It would be pretty cool.
Okay, I'll give you that.
But I can't. I guess I can't knock them that much. Am I going to spend money on any of those? Probably not.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, the amount of Zappy jerseys I've seen is honestly hilarious. So,
well, there you have it. Well,
that's where they're at. So that just gives you a perfect mold of what we're going into.
Well, listen, I hope you get to look. If you can, get a little pasta for me while you're at the stadium, because Macaroni Jones is going to be serving up some noodle arms today. So,
listen, nobody loves mac and cheese more than me. I'll be eating it up. Don't you worry. Hey, fellas, enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Have fun, man.
Cool, man. Well, listen, folks. Z-Bot holding it down. And it's always good to do these tailgates when you got one of your own handling business and going to these away games. And that's the one thing I'm going to start doing, man. I got to start going to these away games, man. These away games is where it's at. Like, I've not gone to an away game ever. And I need to start doing that. I need to make that on my bucket list. At least visit Miami, go to New Jersey, and then obviously go to New England. I got to at least do those in the AFC East. And then the rest we can work our way out. We got a lifetime to do that. But hopefully in that lifetime, golly, we got to get ourselves a Super Bowl, man.
Man, we got to get one. I need to get to a game, period. I have never been to a game in all of my life.
But you way out there in El Paso, Texas, bro. You way out
bro.
there.
Yeah. Well, I moved now, so I'm in East Texas. I'm like outside of Dallas. I'm about 3 hours outside of Dallas.
3 hours. So like, I mean, hopefully you can try to make it.
Texas is a big state, bro. Yeah, no, I ain't going to no
Dallas game, maybe Houston. I don't know, somewhere close like that. But a Buffalo game, a home game.
It's got to be a Bills game.
Yeah. You got to make your first game's got to be a home game. It's got to be.
I've got to make one, dude, and they better not lose because I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Listen, man, I think I've gone to a Bills game. I've gone to 2 Bills games or 3 Bills games where we lost. It was the Monday night football game when we played Dallas Cowboys and we were playing them, and that was the Monday nighter that I went to, and that was I think it was my first Bills game ever, and I was like, you got to be first game and I lose like this, but it was fun. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. I saw Steve Young, Stuart Scott was in the building, all that good stuff. That was crazy. And we were close enough to see them. And then a Jets game against when who's that? Damon Tomlinson was on the squad, and they came in and whooped us real good. So
ran all those. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. We gotta get you something. So
I gotta get you one, man. Dude, Z-Bot was talking some stuff, man. Oh, dude, bro.
Listen, man, he was on it, man. He was on it. So now
he was all up on me, man. Yeah, go ahead.
We got to figure out how we're going to win this game. And there are some keys to this game. And if you guys have gone to our Instagram page, we kind of laid out some keys to the game. And I mean, one of the things that I think we all agree, and shout out to Chivetta's, one of our sponsors here. And you got to start hot. This Patriots defense is better than a lot of people think. They are solid. They're coached well, but we're the more superior team. So we have to start. And if we start fast and we start putting points on the board, we are going to force them to throw the football. And this is where we can pin our ears back and get out in the pass rush. How about you take that second one? What do you think about that second one there?
Yeah, man. Stop Pat's run game. The Bills are vulnerable at the middle. You know what? That's perfect because that's exactly what I wanted to highlight right there, because the Bills' run defense is not very good. I know we look at the defense as a whole and we say, all right, the defense is good, but no, run defense has been a problem for the Buffalo Bills. And then you already go into the year without Daquan Jones, plus you're without Ed Oliver. So you're gonna have Poona Ford, who did nothing last week, mixed in with Jordan Phillips and Kendall Vickers and Tim Settle. Like, I think what's gonna happen here is the Patriots are going to run the rock. They're going to test the middle of the Bills defense and to see if they've clogged it up, see if they've fixed the issue. And I think they want to keep the game close by running the ball. If the Buffalo Bills cannot keep the Patriots from running the rock and the offense has some issues, they're going to lose this game.
You are not wrong. And lastly, but I mean, surely running the football. I mean, the last time I can't remember the last time we had such a poor output in running the football, and before last week. So we need to get back on track. And if we're going to be a team that gives you 12 personnel, out of 12 personnel, you better be able to freaking run the football and not neglect. We neglected it in the first half, and then all of a sudden we started running the football, and lo and behold, we started to get momentum, and we won the game, right? Because we started to be a more balanced offense. So that is on Ken Dorsey. That's on our guy Josh Allen. Get your opportunities, find them quick. Get your dogs involved early, and let's go. And by the way, James Cook, we need to have a bounce back game. James Cook needs to have a bounce back game. How he does it, get in the freaking football. Get it in his hands. Get it in his hands. I don't need him to have 150 yards rushing. Just give you 100 all-purpose yards. That means we had a damn good day if he can give us that. So those are the 3 keys. to the game. Go ahead if you want to jump in on there.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, speaking of James Cook, we look back at last week. He actually did pretty good when you look at the stats. I mean, 14 for 71 yards rushing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have any receiving yards, but that was, you know what I'm saying, that's a function of the offense and what Dorsey was doing. But 14 for 71 on the ground, I can sign up for that. You know, you throw on some receiving yards in it, it's easy money. You know what I'm saying? But like we have to get him involved more in the game plan, especially from under center. Get Josh under center, run that ball like that, get everything established, play action. That's how his offense is built now with this 12 personnel. We have to do it. We can't just sit back and let Josh drop back and throw the ball for 40 times a game. That's not going to happen. That's not who they are this year. We got to start up front. We're running the ball.
That's exactly right. And I apologize. I'm thinking of that 29-yard game that he had, and then he obviously.
Oh yeah, that was against Miami. Yeah, 12 for 29. Yeah.
Yes. Was that against Miami? Or was that against the Jags? I think it was against the Jags.
That was Miami. Jags. He had -4 yards.
-4 yards. I'm talking about in the whole team had 29 yards that game. So that's the one that's still ingrained.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So last week, obviously, he fared way better this last game. So this game, I'd love to see a little bit more from James Cook. I mean, get your dogs involved, man. And the one game that stands out to me, where I think everybody just had a day was against the Raiders. And that Raiders game, although the Raiders started quick, we obviously got our act together. But the reason I bring that Raiders game up, and I know the Raiders ain't nothing to scoff at, but they're nothing too special. But we spread the ball. We were giving the ball to everyone that game. And Josh, quietly, I didn't think of it. Josh was like just shy of 300 yards that game. So, dude, get your guys involved and they'll do the work for you, man. They will do the work. You get James Cook involved. You get, Sherfield involved. You get Khalil Shakir involved. Those are guys that need to get the ball in their hands. Spread it to those other dogs on your squad because they're hungry.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if this guy right here, this light-skinned brother next to me, Gabe Davis over here, he's getting more receptions than me, and I'm Deontay Hardy, and I got y'all brought me here for $5 million. You mean to tell me you scheme up some plays for me? 3 or 4 plays that'll go to for me. And they may not be there. It might be covered well, but don't abandon it. Come back to it.
You have to, man.
Feel me?
Yeah, you got to. Like, dude, like you have weapons on this team. Like, you know, it doesn't make any sense. Like when you look at the roster, you have the weapons, but they're just not being utilized properly. You got Diggs. We already know what's happening with him, but you got Gabe, who's inconsistent, but you're not even targeting Hardy. You're not even using him on the field. You're not using Shakir. You drafted his brother. He ain't even really doing much of nothing at all. Sherfield, Kincaid, like you have to get these guys involved. And when the offense is clicking, it's when Josh Allen is spreading the ball around, like you said, and they got a good mixture of the running game going on. And that's when they're dominant. That's when they're at their best. You have to create game plans where Josh is able to not just to target Diggs 1,000 times, but to spread the ball around. Then the defense doesn't know what the heck to do, and they have the weapons to do it. So I need Ken Dorsey to do it this game.
And it's not going to just be on Ken Dorsey. It's going to be on Josh Allen too. And before I get into Josh Allen,
he has to see the field.
100%. And before I get into what Josh Allen and this offense needs to do, how about I talk to y'all? And if you guys are in your fantasy and you're in props and you're doing all that stuff, if you're picking Josh Allen, make sure you pick him in high on everything because I think he's going to try to bounce back this week. But let my man Pierre talk to you about Underdog Fantasy.
Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. It's also the fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. In the pick'em game, you can pick whether your favorite players will have a higher or lower stat total in that week's game for a chance to win big. And as you already know, I'm going Josh Allen higher in yards every single week. So sign up today with promo code Buffalo Fanatics and get your first deposit doubled up to $100. Visit UnderdogFantasy.com or find them in the App Store. And don't forget to register with promo code Buffalo Fanatics to get your first deposit doubled up to $100.
That, folks, and there you have them. So get your pick'ems in and use the code Buffalo Fanatics. You get a little something in your account there. So that being said, we got to get to the portion of the game. Now, before we do get to the portion, I wanted to just touch on very quickly our guy Josh Allen, because I know a lot of the blame and a lot of the scrutiny goes on Ken Dorsey. But if we really sit there and analyze things, if I tell my kids, hey man, I need you to wipe down the counter with disinfectant, so we'll make sure that we're good, right? And that way we know that we made sure that this counter is clean. But my kids go ahead and take a paper towel and just put water on it and then wipe it down. Although they did the act, but they didn't do it exactly the way I told them to do it. So whose fault is it? It's not me that didn't give you the instructions. I gave you the instructions of what to do, but you didn't execute how I wanted you to do it. So a lot of times we want to blame the person kind of giving the instructions on how to do certain things, but the person executing is just not doing it the way it should be done. Now, Josh Allen, the guy's amazing. Sometimes he will make nothing into a whole lot of something, and that something has won us plenty games. And that's not something that we scoff over, because without him, we ain't ish. So, but there are guys on the squad that Dorsey's probably scheming to get open, and Josh just isn't having the patience enough to do it. Now, he might say, hey, man, relax there, a professional offensive coordinator, or relax there. I get it, man. But if I'm a receiver on the squad, and this is what I was going to say to my man Rev here, I'd be pissed. I'd go very frustrated if I'm not getting involved in this so-called offense that's supposed to be blowing teams out the water. And we should be. We're that talented of a squad. So it's going to be on both those guys to get it done. And I hope this is one of those weeks where we kind of get our acts together.
Do you think Josh has lost trust, though, outside of those? I mean, outside of Diggs and maybe Davis to a degree, do you think Josh really doesn't have any trust in a lot of these guys?
I don't know if it's a matter of trust. I think he does trust them. It's just like you trust more in Stephon Diggs, right? And if you see the scheme is there, but Stephon Diggs is wide open, or he's going to get open, I'm going to hit the surefire thing. It's a guaranteed he's going to catch that thing, or it's a good 8 out of 9 out of 10 times he's going to catch that. But if I go to you on this play, I mean, I might not necessarily get that conversion from you. But this is where that trust factor does have to come in. So is he lacking the trust? I don't think he's lacking the trust. I think he just trusts Diggs way more than he does the others. But the others now have to prove to them, you can trust me, go to me, and I'll make it worth the team's while. So get me in the play. And that's one of the things that stand out to me. So that being said, we're near game time. We're about 20, 25 minutes away from game time. And then Pierre is going to come on and go live. So we don't take too much time from him. But do you have a key matchup that you want to see in this game? Is there a matchup that you're looking forward to?
To me, like, there isn't really a player versus player matchup. It's more of for me. It's I'm looking at the Bills' run defense versus Ramondre Stevenson in the Patriots' run game.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
Like that to me is the key, because we know the Patriots, they don't have anything outside of Ramondre Stevenson and maybe Zeke to a degree. That's it. I mean, maybe Hunter Henry a little bit there, but we know the Patriots are probably going to run the ball. They're going to try to run the ball hard, and the Bills are vulnerable right now, especially in the middle of their defense. I think that is going to be the test right there. If we start to see Ramondre Stevenson break off, I mean, it's something early in the game, break off. Boom, here's 5 yards. Boom, here's 7 yards. Oh, there he ran for 20 yards down the field. I think if we start to see that, it's going to be a very, very long game for the Buffalo Bills, and it's going to keep the offense on the sideline and keep the game closer than we all would like. So I have my eye on that. If the Bills can stop the run game, then they should cakewalk this game easily.
You know what? I'm going to agree with that. And this is a very interesting comment coming from Jeremy Bennett. What's up, Jeremy? What's happening? Jeremy's a member of the Big Squad, so salute to you, Jeremy. Jeremy says, hey, Josh said it himself. It has to do with the body language of the receivers and Diggs. And Diggs didn't even have that down in their sleep. The new guys have not built enough rapport with him yet. And that could be obviously an issue. But like we're going into week 7 at this point. I mean, with all offseason, you had to have built out a rapport with somebody else. And furthermore, you'd think that you'd spend more time, and I'm not saying he's not, right? He probably has, but you spend more time spending to try to get to know the body languages of all the other receivers, because you already have Josh's body language and your nuances and your chemistry is down pat. There's nobody that can deny that. So you already have that. So start building with the others, right? You and Dawson have your chemistry. So you would think that you would start to try to get, more involved with Kincaid. So hopefully this is the game where we start seeing the Kincaid game come about. I'm looking for it. This is around the time of year that we should start to see a little bit more from Kincaid, because your boy Sam Laporta is killing the game.
Mm.
They don't give a damn if he's a rookie or not. You are involved in Jared Goff.
Oh, they're using him.
They're using him. They used TJ Hawkinson as well. They didn't play around. TJ Hawkinson was that dude. So Kincaid needs to get involved.
Bro, and that's what's so frustrating with me, man, because I'm like, you got this guy in round one, and you know, by all accounts, when he came out, this guy was probably one of the best route running tight ends in the game with great hands. You know, you use him and, you know, as a slot receiver playing tight end, you're like mismatch nightmare kind of guy, and there's nothing. Like, you barely see anything from him, and that's what's frustrating. I'm like, why did we even draft this guy if we're not going to utilize him? And say we're using Dawson Knox, and we all know what Dawson Knox is. You know what I'm saying? It's so I'm really confused, man. I don't know what we're going to see offensively. This Jekyll and Hyde thing going back and forth. Somebody needs to get it fixed, and they better get it fixed right now in this game, because they ain't got no. When you look at the schedule, Rico, like the Bills can't afford any more of these offensive lulls. You know what I'm saying? That cost them these close games. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some dogs coming up, and they could find themselves on the outside looking in. Real quick.
Listen, we don't want to be in that outside looking in position. We want to end this game, going 5-2. Going up against a Thursday matchup, very short turnaround game. So we want to get out of this healthy. Key matchup for me, and I'm going to stick to the tight ends room, and it's Kincaid, man. He's back from his concussion. So hopefully there's an early, an early mindset, an early agenda in getting him involved, because only good things can come from this. Because now that defense is going to have to tighten up. And now it'll obviously leave Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs to do what they do. You know, there's going to be some kind of bracketing or double teaming of Stephon Diggs. They do it every damn game. I mean, he said Giants, I believe it was the Giants. He says that's the most double teams I've ever seen in a long time. So the Giants knew what they were supposed to do. And obviously my man Stephon Diggs still ate. And that's the chemistry that Allen and he have. But I'd like to see a matchup of the linebackers that these Judon's not there. Josh Uche is injured. Like, Kyle Duggar is I mean, obviously he's going to be coming in and doing some coverage, and he's a big time guy. He's questionable. So this is your opportunity to just scheme Kincaid, get him warmed up, because once he gets warmed up, bro,
the dude's nasty, man.
He's going to be nasty. He's going to be nasty. And he's got to do a better job too. And I'm not going to just take it away from him. He's got to do a better job of adjusting. We're not in Utah anymore. You're in a new scheme, 12 personnel. Do what you got to do. Still use your nuances of how you get open, but try to figure out what Josh wants. Figure out what this brother wants. Get in that space. Show that body language that he needs to see, and go from there, man. There's no way you should not be in the ball the way we as Bills fans think. But
no.
We'll see. That being said, key matchups. We got our key matchups in. And what's the key to the game today, man? I think one key. I think we could still. I think we both agree on the key to the game. But what's the key to the game for you?
Yeah, key to the game for me is stop the run defensively. Right, the Bills got to stop the run, and then offense, just spread the ball around. Spread the ball around, and we will cruise to victory. Victory. But you got to stop the run. We should. Yeah, we should.
I'm gonna in that realm. I'm gonna stick to starting fast. This flat-footed start of. I mean, and it has everything to do with these penalties too, right? Because you could get to a quick start, and then a penalty happens, and it takes you back, and now you're like, oh my god, I'm deflated. Like, man, we can't have that. So we need to start quick. We need to start efficient, right? And move the ball. Move the ball. And listen, I think we all can sit here and be like, well, just don't turn the ball over. We know that. Starting fast is one thing, and turning the ball over, obviously, we don't want that. So keep away from that. The penalties is the one that can really make an offense stagnant, right? You start moving the ball. You saw last was it against the Giants?
Last week.
Right? We had a pass interference call. Legs get tripped up, which could have been a big play for the Bills. Nothing happened. Right. These pass interference calls, these false starts, bro, those are things that just can't happen. So we need to make sure that we get off the field and keep the chains moving. And starting fast is what we need defensively and offensively. And that's one of the key points to winning this game, right?
Right.
A bold prediction, bro. There's a bold prediction, and then there's hot take. Hot take is like, I don't even believe the nonsense I'm talking about, but let me put that out there. But bold, it's definitely it could definitely happen. Maybe it exceeds what we're gonna think. But what boldness do you think can happen from this game?
Bold prediction. I don't know. And this might be on the hot take side. You let me know. But bold prediction. could be Mac Jones surprises the Bills defense and is able to connect more in the passing game than we thought.
Well, you know what? That could be bold too, because
Yeah.
that could be bold because like
I'm trying to flip. Yeah, I want to flip a little bit. Yeah,
I hear you. I get what you're doing. And this could be it. This is one of those things like this is the type of game that is good for some teams like this and players like this, right? Like the Jaguars used it to their advantage. Yo, the Bills are coming to, you know what I'm saying? They're coming to our home,
right.
Bills home.
Right.
Yo, this is a statement game. We can make a big statement against these Bills. The Giants did the same thing. Look at the Giants. The Giants came in, yo, we got a whole bunch of guys from their team on our squad. We got their GM, their assistant GM. We got their head coach. We have their backup quarterback. We have their receiver. Like, we had their other running back. Like, there was a bunch of guys that were on that squad that there was reason for a game to be somewhat tight, right? They look at games like this. So the Patriots could look for games like this as well with a coach like Belichick.
Right.
I can totally see where you're coming
from. A lot of pressure, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go we shut them out. We shut them out. They don't score a single point. And we really just blanket them. I can't see them scoring any more than 14. But I think a bold prediction is they don't even get on the board. We don't even let them get a field goal in. It's not happening. So the Bills blanket them 0 points.
Nice.
And now they start questioning if they should have gave Bill Belichick that
extension.
that extension.
It's too late. It's too late.
That's exactly right. So if you guys are in the chat right now, do me a favor. Hashtag bold prediction. Give us your bold predictions, and also hashtag hot take and give us your hot takes for the game. Let me start with this hot take from this game. So in light of us talking about Kincaid, I think I hope this becomes the Kincaid game. And my hot take for Kincaid is he gets 10 receptions for $125 and a touchdown. 10 receptions. I don't even think. I mean, he's got 17 receptions all year. So he gets half that production, more than half that production in one single game against these Patriots. And we make it known and we make it bold and hot that we're like, yo, we're gonna go to him and we need to see what he's got. And this is one of those games that this I like it, man. 10 receptions, $125, and it's one touchdown. I like that. I think we this should be able to happen. I can't see why not. And it's all in the hands of Josh Allen. Josh Allen's got to make that shit happen. Like, come on, son, it's your turn. What you got?
1,000%.
What you got?
1,000%. So for me, I'm gonna let me see here. I like that a lot, man. I like that Kincaid thing a lot. Let me stick with the offense here, and I'm gonna say Gabe Davis comes in this game, and while all the attention is on Stephon Diggs and the Patriots getting J.C. Jackson back, and so J.C. Jackson's probably gonna be trying to follow Diggs and whatever. Gabe Davis is gonna be the one that gets neglected. He's gonna come out and blow people up. And I think Gabe Davis. Let's see, Gabe Davis with. I'm gonna give Gabe 9 receptions.
Damn, 9, huh?
Yeah. 9 receptions, but he's gonna have. I'll give him $115 and 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns, $115 with 9 receptions. Okay,
yeah.
I'm with you. So that means it's gonna be a slow day for Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs can eat too, but I think this is going to be a lot of attention is going to be on Diggs. I think Gabe goes off.
I like it. And now I'm going through predictions and hot takes from our viewers and people coming in there. And we got my man, the R1 Riser comes in and says Von Miller with 3 sacks and a strip sack. And that is a welcome back game for Von Miller. And I could totally see that happen. My man, Jose. What's up, Jose from the Bills Mafia? He says 3 picks off of Mac. So Mac is going to go three picks. I could totally see that. What would have been even bolder if you said 3 pick sixes. Oh my, that would have been something. Bold prediction. Bill scores 71, beating Miami's score of 70. I don't think that we could go and score 70 on a Bill Belichick's run defense. I doubt he would.
No.
There's no way. I can't see that. No. Elam ain't playing. Jackson Benford. Yep, that's for sure.
Yeah, hands down.
Let me see here. Bold prediction. Cook rushes for 130 yards, receives 45 yards, and TD. I would love to see that happen. Colin,
come on,
that's
baby.
A great hot take. That's a great one. Or bold prediction. I
love that, dude.
Bangarang says, yo, I'm starting Davis today. Hope I don't look like an idiot again. Davis is one of those I stay away from in fantasy because it's just I know this offense and it's up and up. I'm suffering right now with Kincaid as my tight end. I'm like every week. I'm like, okay, this is the week. This is the week. This is the week.
Dude, and I got Gabe Davis on my team, and I had to because I had CeeDee Lamb, and they're on a bye week, so I got to play Gabe, and so like I had to start him. I'm like, dang. So that was part of my hot take. I need Gabe to do something for me on fantasy.
Yeah, I see that, man. I see that. I had a question coming from I got a text from one of my homies. He's like, yo, do I start Gabe Davis or do I start excuse me, he didn't say Gabe Davis. I'm trying to see where he wants to know if he should start Addison over Pickens. I told him to stay with Pickens. Deontay Johnson coming back, Pat Freiermuth out. You got to go with Pickens. But Addison doesn't have Jefferson there. So it's KJ Osborne, Addison,
be him.
Cousins.
Hawkins.
Who would you go with? Addison or Pickens?
I would go with Pickens, man.
I say the same thing. I said go with Pickens. Don't overthink this one. Don't overthink this one. Shout out to my guy Scott Van Loo. What up, Scotty? Scotty comes in and says, yo, don't forget about Shakir, baby. I know he hasn't been in the game a lot, but you got to utilize him. You damn right you got to. He's technically your receiver 3. He's technically your receiver 3. So I can't understand. And I think he's got like 7 receptions, not even 5 receptions this year. It's disheartening. Like Trent Sherfield, 5 receptions, 12 receptions for excuse me, why am I drawing a blank here? Deontay Hardy, excuse me, Hardy. Hardy's got 12 receptions. Like, come on, fam. Like, we gotta do better. We got a hot take coming in. Allen throws for 560 yards in the touch. Dude, when's the last time you see someone throw for 500 yards in a game?
Dude, I can't remember. Let me see if I can look that up, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, the last 500. Yeah, look that up for me, brother. The last 500-yard passer. I don't remember when the hell we had that. So if you come up and tell me Tim Tebow, I'm gonna lose my shit. We got Bills Bets and Beers as Poona Ford with 2+ sacks and a forced fumble. I would love to see that because Poona Ford was a little too quiet for me last game. So I'd love to see a little bit more from him, especially because now we don't got our guy in. So it's gonna be interesting nonetheless. So as my man looks that up, I'm looking for a little more hot takes and seeing what you guys got here. I got
looks like it's Tom Brady.
Jennifer Rose comes in. I'm debating so hard to put Kincaid in my fantasy. Someone help me, please. Well, girl, I'm with you. I have him on my fantasy team, and I'm hoping this is the game that he breaks out. I hope this is the game he breaks out. He's averaging 4 points, 5 points, maybe 6 points the most. I need more from my tight end, man. I need more. I need at least 10 to 12 points from my guy. So hopefully this is the game. So Jennifer, I'm with you. We are both going to suffer together, or we're going to reap the benefits of having our guy go off in this game. So we shall see. So last but not least, before we get out of here, as my man's looking up, we're looking at score.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, who is it? Who is it?
Let me guess. It's Big Ben. Huh?
NFC or AFC?
AFC.
Ooh, AFC?
Yeah, AFC.
And is it a person that's still playing right now?
No.
Okay. So this is a retired person. Ben Roethlisberger. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Big Ben. Big Ben back in January of 21 against the Cleveland Browns. He threw for 501 yards.
Gee, just made it over 500 yards. Yo.
But then like just before him though, in like the day after Christmas, it was another AFC quarterback currently playing. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. Currently playing, threw for 500 yards, and is currently playing in the AFC, right? In the AFC right now.
The end of that year. So it was December of 21.
Ooh, I don't know that one. Who's that?
Joe Burrow.
Oh shit,
Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow against Baltimore. 525 yards passing. 4 touchdowns.
Yo, 5.25? Shoot.
5.25.
Okay, there you go, boys. So yeah, and you know what? Josh Allen might be able to get 560 yards in a tutty and 5 tutties. So sure, we'll take that. Bold prediction. What's the score, man? Give me a score.
All right, score prediction for me. And I said this yesterday on my show. I say 24-9 Bills. I think the Bills. Yeah, I think the Bills kind of they get back on track offensively, but not like to the degree where we were expecting, like back in the last 3 games when they were really just on fire. I think they kind of creep their way back up in this thing. The Bills defense is able to slow down the Patriots running game. I give them 9, field goal game for them, but I think the Bills score 24 points. I think in my head, I've got Josh Allen touchdown pass. I've got James Cook, and I got Dalton Kincaid getting his first touchdown, and then Tyler Bass redemption with 1 field goal. 24-9 Bills.
I like you threw Tyler Bass in there. Yeah, give him in there.
I gotta give him one, man. Redeem himself.
I like it. For me, score prediction. I'm gonna the bold prediction is tough. I can't. This is the NFL. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, listen, 34-0. The Saints beat them. I think it was 34-0 or something like that. So
yeah,
I would love for them to blank them out. I really would love for them to blank them out, but I'm going to give them some respect and give them a garbage touchdown and a field goal. So I say they score 10 points. The Bills beat them. I'd say I want to give them in the 30s. They got to get. So I'm going to say 33-9 Bills. 33-9 Bills. And it's one of those field goals here and there, some touchdowns. And this is the Kincaid game. So
you mean 30? You mean 33-10? You mean 33-10? Because you said a garbage touchdown.
So yeah, 33-10. So 33-10. So garbage touchdown for the Patriots and a field goal. You got to give them a field goal. They're gonna get in the range somewhere and kick a field goal. So 10 points, no more than that. And we put up 33, and that's what it is, man. So it should be a Bills win. I think it's unanimous. I think we all see that. And it's just they don't have enough firepower to go against us. But let's look at the chat and see what the chat is saying right now. My man Jerry Bennett says it's going to be a 35-13 game. I mean, I could totally see that. 38-10 Bills. You see, there you go. Eric is with me. 43-3 or 48-3.
48-3. Yeah,
that's it. We got 23-12 for my man Snook. What's up, Snook? We got 50-10. My man R1 Riser. We got 34-0. Mafia gets back on track. Augustine, let's go. What else we got? We got 41-21 Bills. My man thinking the atheist. What's happening, bro? Yeah, I see that.
Points for the Patriots. Golly.
27-13. My man Richie Forbes. We got 38-6 coming from my man Bill I Am. And last but not least, we got Edy. He says, yo, man, Eddie says we got 31-13. So I mean, listen, they're giving them a 13, they're giving them 7 points and a couple field goals. That's pretty much what it's going to come down to. So we'll give them that. We'll give them that. So there's other games going on around the league right now. So we got the Eagles are facing the Dolphins. Who you got taking that game?
Bro, you know I'm all about the Eagles, man. I'm with Butt. I need Philly to win that game. They should win that game. I mean,
they need
head
to bounce.
Head, like Philly is a better team, especially defensively is where I give them the push, the edge.
Yep.
That defensive line is nasty, man.
They're definitely
line is nasty
for sure. So, and I'm only going to touch on the AFC East so we can get out of here. So you got the Eagles taking down the Dolphins. I like it because I also chose the Eagles to take down the Dolphins. I need that to happen. I would like the Lions to take down the Ravens, but I mean, that's a whole nother. We got Patriots. Obviously, we're playing the Patriots and the Jets. Who are the Jets playing? The Jets are playing. Oh, are they on a bye?
Are they on a bye? Let me see.
I'm looking at the list right now. I don't remember. I think they're on a bye. It was a big win last week for them. Yeah,
it might have been.
Yeah, the Jets are on a bye this week. Oh, no. Yeah, the Jets are on a bye. The Jets are on a bye.
Yep.
Yeah, they're on a bye week. So, but yeah, I mean, that's where we're at right now. So we need the Dolphins to lose to the Eagles. So then, I mean, we can restore ourselves at first place. And Packers, who cares what the Packers do? And I'm picking the upset, man. Chargers over the Chiefs. I think I see an upset happening, and that would be nice.
Dude, I've been wanting that for so long. I think the Chargers can do it, especially right now when you look at the Chiefs. They're not the same Chiefs as they once were. They're still trying to get their they're trying to get back in it. They got a bunch of young guys in the receiver room. So I think this is the prime time for the Chargers to really beat them. It's just going to come down to coaching for that team.
Some might say the Bills aren't the same Bills either, right? So it's very interesting on how we do it, man. We got another bold prediction coming in. Micah Hyde with 2 interceptions, man. I love it.
Oh, there we go.
Love to see it. So that's it for us, man. So we got our score predictions in. We obviously took some score predictions from everybody else. It is go time. So listen, guys, don't go away too soon because my man P Money Pierre is showing up right after this. He's probably setting himself right now. It's a live show. Let's get this brother drunk off this show. Why? Because every time the Bills score a touchdown, it's shot time. we got to get my man P Money in there. And the man is the most dramatic man I've ever met, man. This guy, we've been watching games. Dude. You sit there. Back and just go nuts. So we need to see a lot more of that from my guy. And
I love it.
So listen, sign us off with that joint. That Bills.
Oh, you ready?
We need that.
Let's go ahead and get it in. Let's get it in. Yes, sir.
Bills make me wanna kick your heels up and throw your hands up and throw your head back. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen.
Show. Then we got our man P Money coming in. He's gonna go live, and then we're back at it again on Monday with Z-Bot. Back at it again Tuesday with my man's right here, and then we start the week off, which I love this new slot for my man Rev. Rev comes in every Saturday, holding it down, and he's doing a damn good job too, and killing it as he always is. But we're back at it again on Saturday just to prep you guys for Sunday's game. But it's going to be different now because we have a Thursday game coming up against the Tampa Bay Bucks this coming Thursday. So we'll see you guys then. And until next time, Mr. Bills, Mr. Patriots, we should be able to get this dub. Everybody, go Bills. We out of here. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Let's get it.